As 2008 is coming to a close, I thought it would be fun to look at some of the best and worst games that I've reviewed this year. Or maybe I just really wanted to take the week off so I could play Persona 4. Either way, I hope you agree with my picks. I've rewatched every video that I've made, and I've come up with 10 best and worst games that I've reviewed. It wasn't easy, especially the best list. Since I want to end the year on a positive note, I'm going to start with the worst games. And I want to clarify this for everyone. This is not a list of games that came out in 2008. This is a list of the worst games that I have reviewed this year. Let's get started. Time to put on my announcer voice. Number 10. My Aquarium is a simple fish simulator for the WiiWare. It's extremely boring to play. But to be fair, it is a fish simulator. What do you expect? They add an almost worthless motion control to the game. If you mimic the act of tapping on the glass with your Wiimote, the screen will act accordingly, and it'll get your fish's attention. And if it's one of the 2 special days you set up, they'll dance for you. Number 9. Furu Park is filled with mini games. It's meant to be played with multiple people, but I doubt you could find anyone who will want to play it with you. The controls were a bit sloppy, and the colorful graphics would often interfere with your ability to see what you're doing.
This game had so much potential. It had 2 problems. 1, the graphics were once again interfering with being able to see the action, since the enemy's fire blended in with the background. Second, there's too much enemy fire to dodge. Look at this. How am I supposed to dodge that?
Number 8. WePlay often gets a pass from people because they just buy it for the Wiimote. That's how this awful game is still a bestseller. The games are for the most part boring and completely forgettable. And even for $10, this game is not worth it.
By far the most fun game in this entire collection is one I made up on my own. It's called Punch My Me in the Balls.
Number 7. Petz Crazy Monkeyz is a monkey simulator. So you might be thinking, how can a publisher screw up something as simple as a monkey simulator? Easy. Make the game buggy, repetitive, and boring. After that, your monkey might get dirty, so you're going to have to give it a shower. They don't even bother to ask if you want to take the monkey's clothes off. You just wash them with the clothes on. So you'll wash and dry your monkey until you start to see sparkles. Apparently when monkeys get dry, they expel pixie dust. Number 6. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. Ugh. That's the best way to describe this game. The controls were too loose, the camera was just awful, and the minigames were just worthless. When you do really well in a minigame, they'll force you to put your name in a top 3 list. It gets a bit irritating to have to put your name or some random letters all the time. Of course, they don't make it easy for you to put your name in. You have to scroll through a wheel to find each letter to enter your name. It was just too time consuming. Number 5. Wonder World Amusement Park. This game was so bad, I couldn't even stand to play it for more than an hour. I didn't think it was possible to make a carnival setting so dull, but the publishers did it. Congratulations, Majesco! The games lasted way too long. They're supposed to be carnival-type games, which are quick games. Most of these games would last over a minute, and it's really frustrating if you're trying to win tickets. Number 4. Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. This is the perfect example on how not to use a great license. This is one of those games that could have been great if they took the time to do it right. Instead, we got what feels like a rushed game. The game is ugly, the controls are broken, and it has terrible level designs.
Then there's the awful camera. It will constantly switch you into the worst possible angles, and it will fight you if you try and find a better position.
At this point in the countdown, we could pretty much call this the Data Designs Top 3. It's pretty sad that I've only reviewed 3 games from Data Designs, and they're the bottom 3 worst games that I've played this year. The only question is, which one was the worst? Number 3. Action Girlz Racing. They were obviously trying to clone the Mario Kart series, but they forgot one thing: make the game fun. But the game was plagued with confusing track designs, broken controls, and glitchy gameplay. In my Anubis II review, I show the list of the quality assurance team. This time I'm going to leave you with what I assume is an inside joke from the programmers. Number 2. Anubis II. This game is just terrible. It was extremely frustrating to play due to the awful camera, broken controls, and confusing level designs. Not to mention some of the worst visuals I've seen in years. The game isn't worth a buy or a rent. And I'm going to leave you with a screen I found most offensive. The list of names of the quality assurance team. Good job, guys. Number 1. Ninjabread Man. I believe that any game has some redeeming value to it. At least the past 9 titles that I've just mentioned were at least playable. Ninjabread Man was completely unplayable and should not exist. The level designs were hideous, the controls were completely broken, the enemies were too powerful, and the gameplay itself was just tedious to play. So we got to what, level 1? Because we couldn't get past it because we kept dying, right?
True. But if you would count like the tutorial for level 1, then it would be level 2. So...
True. Okay, we got to level 2. Woohoo! Level 2. Level 2. Well, that's it. My top 10 worst games that I played in 2008. In my next video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I thought were my favorite games that I reviewed in 2008. But until then, please skip these games.